Vicky.
All right, now that is Vito Ground, and you've seen what men are saying in regards to friendships, and they're saying, kidogo wanaumia in terms of, taking care of the girl more than they're taking care of. And what the men said, sijui malipo ni gani, I'm not sure what that is. But I have a guest, on standby. She will not be with us in studio, but she's going to join us via Zoom. Either way, you're going to be seeing her, and you're going to be engaging with her just the way you're engaging with me. So keep talking to us, keep engaging the same way on 0739110544. She is a media personality and a digital creator. Okay, media personality and a digital creator. So if you have been following Annitah Raey on Facebook, you do know that she's very vocal about relationships and life matters. Very, very opinionated and open about matters. So let's just, in a bit, we're going to get into the lounge, and she's already on standby. Okay. Oh, there you go. Good morning.
Morning, hi.
Hi, good to see you.
Thank you.
I am really glad that you've created time to be with us, even if it's via Zoom, because the audience can't wait to hear from you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Most of the times you only hear your voice a lot on radio.
Yes, yes. It's been a minute since I was on TV. It's been a whole long minute.
So we are glad. This is really special for WCW.
Thank you so much for having me.
So now I was really concerned about, the aspect of friendship, because in our generation today, and I think you've seen, some of these questions pop about,
Yeah.
the male species and the female species being friends, just friends, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I was watching you earlier. It's a bit complicated, but let's be honest with ourselves. Having a male friend is very tricky. A lawyer friend of mine says, kuwa na rafiki msichana, it's like kutembea na miwa kama walking stick. When you get thirsty, you're going to eat it, or you're going to need it. I'm having a female best friend kama kufuga kuku. You're going to eat it at some point, And the saddest part is that it can happen, but you need a lot of loyalty, a lot of trust, a lot of commitment, and you have to avoid the attraction that comes with loving someone so much. Because having a male best friend or a female best friend means you love them honestly from your heart. And the more you spend time with someone, the more you fall in love with someone. So it's tricky, but I always tell people, never ever ruin a friendship, because once you get physical, that's it. There's no going back. There is never going back.
All right, now, Annitah, what you mentioned is a bit confusing there. I know there's somebody who went like, wait, what did you say? I think when you mentioned love in friendship, people are getting confused, because how do you love your friend? When you love somebody, then it's like you're getting intimate. That's what people believe it is.
No, what do you mean? Love is, you love people, you love your family,
Okay.
you love your friends. You should love people in any ship, relationship, friendship, courtship. You should love somebody. So love is not physical. Love is love. So if you don't love your friends, then you're in the wrong friendships, honestly.
So that love doesn't have to be intimate. People are a bit confused right now.
No.
Now, somebody,
Yes.
I heard you say you have to avoid a certain kind of attraction.
Yeah.
How do you avoid an attraction? You guys hang out. You guys, go for drinks. How then do you avoid this kind of attraction you're talking about? Because it will build.
As I said, it's
it will.
As I said, it's very difficult, yeah, because physical attraction is something normal.
Yes.
And even at work, if you spend a lot of time with a specific man or a woman, you get attracted to them. It's human nature. It's normal. You just have to keep yourself in check. And as I said, it's very difficult. To be very honest, nothing is more difficult than an honest friendship between a man and a woman. Like, that is not physical. It's very difficult, because sometimes you get lonely. This is a person you run to. You want them to hold you. You want them to affirm you. It's more of a relationship, to be honest, without being physical. Having a female or a male best friend, a friend of the opposite sex, is being in a genuine, loving relationship that is not physical. That's
I like
what people
that.
need to understand.
So genuine, it has to be genuine first to start with.
Yes, very genuine.
And then
yes.
respectful.
Well, of course, 100%.
Now, you've had vox pops of guys saying, crazy friendships though, kuna venye madame are not being this loyal we're talking about. Because then when they go out, the bill is not, there's no cost sharing. Because the guy is being nice, so he has to pay the bills. is that still part of the friendship? Like the lady should just roll with
No,
it because either way is masculine,
that's
right?
the no, that's not masculine. That's a lot of BS. Let me tell you something. If we're genuine friends, yeah, like genuine, me and my best friend is a guy. He's gonna call me up like, yo, we're hanging out. Hey, when the bill comes, I'm like, how much am I topping you up?
Oh, nice.
Because I'm not using this person. I don't want to benefit. It's mutual. Sometimes I call him like, I feel like spoiling you. Let's go. I'm gonna treat you. Sometimes it's gonna be like, can I send you flowers? Because it's just genuine friendship. It's I don't want to gain anything material from him. For me, it's more of the heart. It's more of having loyalty from him, the love, respect, knowing he has my back. That's important. But you see, our generation doesn't even know what loyalty is. Doesn't even know what friendship is. So they have 10 best friends. You can't have 10 best friends. Also, do BFF for life, childhood BFFs. You can't have all these things, man. Friendship is sacred. Friendship should be a lot about loyalty, and respect and knowing boundaries. But now women have learned how to use men.
Okay.
So be like, you're my you're my BFF, so you should be spoiling me. That's man, no. Join the Stingy Men Association, but only if you have money to be stingy about, Don't be stingy about your heart. So it's complicated. You have to stay woke and learn how to see red flags and learn how to see signs. We as human beings, if someone shows you affection, you ignore the red flags because you're hoping they're genuine, you're hoping they're honest. Most people are not honest, and people don't like you. They just like what they can get from you a lot of times. All right.
Okay.
So be careful. Be careful. Unless you've known someone in and out, you know them like in and out. You know their loyalty, you know their disloyalty, you know their insecurities. You've seen them extremely drunk. You've seen them angry. You've seen them hurt. That's not your best friend. That's not your best friend.
You mentioning that has reminded me some feedback that we were sampling from social media, and we've seen cases of people being friends since kindergarten, and 34 years plus later. And one of them even says one of the male best friend was a man of honor in her wedding. So this is what you mean sacred. They get to know you over a period of time.
Yeah.
But Annitah, you've talked about red flags. When then do I know in my friendship, ikitu sile tunataka kuendelea nayo? How do you pinpoint these red flags? Which ones are these? Because some people don't even know these are red flags, really.
It's true. Let me tell you, let me give you a good example with me. I've been in media. This is my 8th year now, yeah? And the same friends I had before I got into media, like before, way before. Way before I was even married. Same friends, I still have them right now because I don't like new friends. Because in media, you get new friends for the access they can have to the things you can get for them. So red flags are someone who always wants to prove to people they know you. If I know you, I don't need to tell people I know you. Why do I need to tell people? You get? There's a time I wrote on Instagram and people are very offended. I said, take a lot of pictures with people today. You need to prove you are friends when they're dead. That's our society. Like if I die, people are going to leak conversations of me to prove they were my friends.
Yeah.
That's how much of my friends they are not. Me, anybody who tries to prove they are my friend on social media, say they know me, tell people, those are not my friends. They are not your friends. People who always want to floss with you, like, oh, my friend does this. I hate people who introduce me as a media personality. I hate it more than anything. Introduce me as Annitah. I'm a human being before I'm anything else. I'm a mother before I have a job. I'm a daughter. Introduce me with my human titles, not the titles I'm given by people, So you have to look for these things. People who always call you like, oh, to a place to invite you, but missing enough money. Don't think this person is always broke. Trust me, people are not broke. They have money, but not for you.
Wow.
People always have money, but not for you. You get. I have money, but it's not for people. It's for me and my kids. I might say I'm broke, but yes, I'm broke to you. I'm not broke for my family, You have to get the difference, a whole lot difference. And because in campus, you have cliques and crowds. That is the biggest red flag you should always get.
Okay.
Your friends are always honest with you. Your friend will never let you miss class. That's a terrible friend. Your friend will not let you get hammered and blackout. That's the worst type of friend. Your friend is not going to introduce you to any type of drugs. Trust me, that is not your friend. Your friend is not going to know you're depressed and still tell you to turn out to Kadunda instead of asking you, can you look for a therapist? That is not your friend, by the way. A friend is not going to help you cheat. You need to be honest with yourself. You know a lot of people, you don't have friends, and that's okay. That's very okay. Jalamo once said, if you can count 5 friends in your life that you can call at 4 a.m. in the morning, and I mean 4 a.m. in the morning and tell them, I'm stuck, I need you to come pick me up. I need money. Just 5. You're a lucky human being.
You know,
Very lucky.
You have mentioned that you can know a lot of people, but you have no friends.
True.
So the fact that I could, you know, hang out in a large crowd doesn't mean that entire crowd are your friends, because that is what we're seeing on social media. Like you've said, people who want to, you know, flows about it are not really your friends, because someone needs to know you inside out. And I hope somebody's watching this morning, men and women alike. Annitah, I will talk about your initiative, because besides everything you're doing, we will talk about the initiative you're pushing for. And it's just not one. You've been pushing a lot of initiatives besides just being Annitah. But for now, I want you and I to watch a few Vox Pops. I went on the ground, and it was very exciting to hear what the boys and girls, men and women, even older women and men, said about this particular aspect of friendship. We come back and you just give me your opinion on this. Let's just take a look at this Vox Pops.
All right.
That male side.
Kulingana na mambo ya urafiki kuhusu kijana na msichana, kuna wanaitumia vizuri, kuna wengine wanaitumia vibaya. Kwa mfano, kuna msichana anataka kuwa na mtoto na hataki kuwa na bwana. Yeye anataka kuishi peke yake. Na njia ya kupata mtoto lazima atafute kijana rafiki. Kwa hivyo tayari atafanya nini? Atachukua mimba, kijana anamtupa nje. Kuna wengine na wengine wanataka kunyemelea. Wanasema kuna hii tunaitaga masponza. Msichana anaangalia anasema hii kulingana na vile maisha yamempeleka, anaona anafinyika. Anasema anatafuta nini? Sponsor. Anatafuta mzee akona kwake, lakini anafanya nini? Wanatengeneza urafiki. Sasa yeye shida zake, akipata shida anapigia mzee, anamwambia mzee, nimefinyika ABCD, unaweza niokolea mahali? Huyo ni upande wa mwanaume. Sasa unaona mwingine naye kijana naye anasema mimi sitafanya kazi. Anatafuta sugar mami. Anasema sasa hii maisha kijana anaona imemfinya, anatafuta mwanamke ambaye tayari amejijenga, amejipanga. Sasa kijana baada ya kufanya kazi anatafuta sugar mami. Kijana anatumua vibaya, lakini miaka inafanya nini? Inasonga. Kwa hivyo kijana na nini? Miaka ikisonga kijana unajua anazeeka. Huyu mama tayari amejipanga. Kijana kusema ni kurealize. Ile urafiki tayari imefanya nini? Imemharibia maisha. Kuna kuweza kuwa na benefit. Sasa hii tuseme nimekupenda, nataka uwe bibi yangu, nataka uwe bwana yangu. Sasa nyinyi mnakuwa kama mko serious, mnaweza oana. Lakini wengine wanaanza kuchezeana mpaka mchezo wa paka na panya. Kenya tunao hizi siku hizi wengine wanacheza mchezo wa paka na panya. Huyu anajificha hivi, huyu anajificha hivi. Sasa unaona at least hakuna maisha wanajenga. Saa hii ile Kenya tuko naye saa hii, mtoto wa msichana ameangaliwa vizuri kabisa, lakini tukikuja mtoto wa kijana hajaangaliwa hata kidogo. Tutumia kujenga kwa mfano sasa hapa, tuseme hapa kwa shule. Unaweza ona sanitary towers vya watoto wasichana wanaangaliwa. Lakini upande wa kijana, huyo anasemekana huyu kijana acha ajiendeleze kivyake. Tutumia tu kwa mfano hapa kwetu kwa stage, kwa barabara. Saa hii hapa pakikuja mwanaume akiwa na shida, kumsaidia ni ngumu. Lakini wacha pakuja mwanamke. Mwanamke anakujaga analia, hapa sina fare kwenda Murang'a. Tunajikusanya, tunasema huyu mama hapana, hata umia. Tunafanya nini? Tunamsaidia. Lakini mwanamume tunasema huyu anatukulia njaro. Huyu hana shida. Hiyo roho sijui ilitoka wapi, hakuna mtu anahurumia kijana. Kutoka manyumbani mpaka huku kwa barabara.
Kwa maoni yangu naye hapo kwa
All right, okay. And, you know, my guest and I were listening into that particular, you know, on the street, word on the street. Annitah, did you hear him?
I have not had a more honest thing this week. That's the most honest thing that today's Wednesday. It's genuinely honest, because he's a man talking about men and how we don't value men, how we don't... I have talked about it a lot. People say I don't like men. I just don't like men who don't want to man up. People miss that whole point, yeah? We have a very messed up generation. I don't even know where to start. Sometimes I get on Twitter and I read the tweets. I just block them. I'm like, the kind of thinking you have, I can't even fathom how you got there to not have a brain and still be on social media, because social media gave people the chance to be very, very, very mean, very stupid, and showcase how messed up we are without showing their faces. Social media gave people, in Batman, I'm a Superman, you hide in your face, but you can beat up people. That's social media. But once you remove the mask, you can't. You don't have the strength, you don't have the guts, you're nobody, you're nothing. But social media helps mask all that and gives you the guts. And most people who troll people on social media are men. Campus, let me clarify, campus men. They're out here telling us how to live our lives, how to have figure eight, how to. Men are lost, number one.
Okay.
Men lack mentorship, number two. Men are lost, men lack mentorship, and fixing men is hard. I've tried, mark my words, I've tried.
You have tried.
When you go to the slum, yes, when you go to the slum areas and you invite a group of boys, number one, watajaribu kukuibia, let's start there, 102%. They always try to steal something. Number two, they fight amongst themselves. Number three, they don't listen. And one actually asked me, he's 16, when ni mwanamke unaniambia nini? Like, you're a woman, what are you telling me? So I know boys need help. I am just trying to figure out the best way to do it because I really am passionate about helping the boys. But young boys, I've learned boys at an age of 16, that needs rehab or a rehabilitation school because they're really hard-headed because in the slums. I'm targeting boys between 10 and 14 because that one we can fix. That one you might have a chance to fix. You know. No. So he's been real when he says, the other day a boy texted me. A boy I know, he's 23. I was like, Annitah, mimi nataka uniweke. And he called me Auntie Waharia. I laughed the whole evening. I didn't even respond. Like, I was with the cousin. The cousin is my good friend, a childhood friend. So I asked the cousin, what is wrong with your small cousin? And I replied to him in the evening. I was like, first of all, you went to school, a very good school.
Yeah.
Number two, your mom put up a job for you. But you want to be lazy enough not to work in that job because you feel like you should be staying home and getting an allowance, and you want me now to keep you. He was like, yeah, unaweza kuniweka. I was like, wow. Our boys think it's normal. You get? Kuwekwa ni sawa. The same way our women think kuwekwa ni sawa. Our generation sponsors Ben 10s is the in thing, you know. Unless you have a sponsor, unless you're a Ben 10, what are you doing with your life? And we have made it so public and so accepted, you can't tell a child it's wrong. You can't. How do you tell a child it's wrong to be veracidika? How can you tell a child that? That's
gonna be difficult because then she's glorified in her own capacity.
How can you tell a child that our artists, gospel artists, secular artists, who are groping women, molesting women, accused of raping women, how can you tell our kids it's wrong to want to be them and have that kind of power and acquittal? I mean, be acquittal because you're acquitted from everything, right?
Yes.
How can you tell? I want to go on. How can you tell our kids that it's wrong to be a politician when politicians are voted in for insulting people, killing people? They are glorified for making our mothers look bad. How can you tell a kid it's wrong to be a politician? How can you tell a kid it's wrong to be a media personality when she can't come to TV unless she has a good body, a good hips, show her thighs, and not wear a wig? No offense. How can you tell our kids how do you tell our kids they can't come to TV?
Annitah, okay. Can we come back to studio? But I get it. I totally get it. You're in the right path, yes. So it's really difficult. Yeah, it's really difficult. I know we are rushing with time, but what you have touched on is really the concern, because then how do you tell the men and the girls, or the boys and the girls, that you can be just friends when we are glorifying sponsorship, sponsor and sugar mummies on social media, like you have said? And in that line, I just want to talk about, because you've said you're concerned about the boy child, Sindio. I think the last Vox Pop was pointing fingers-ish to people like you. Because your latest, initiative is on the pads drive, right? Where we need 100 pieces of pads for at least 47 girls or over 40 girls in Kayole. How is the initiative, though, so far, even before we talk about, what the world is doing for this? How is it going for you with the pads initiative?
It's difficult, but that's one of the things that gives me most pleasure. Because when I started it last year around May, it was because these girls were at home because of Corona and they were selling themselves to bike guys, funny enough, to bike guys for 30 bob. So that she can, 30 bob get, I swear to God. So when I was told that story, I'm very emotional. I had stopped working in the slums completely. And I was like, this is so sad. Like, why would there are 12? My youngest girl is 12 years old. She's in class 5. My oldest is 21. So I'm looking at them. I'm like, every girl deserves to have pads. Honestly, when you go to even government places, they have condoms on display everywhere. I mean, why would someone not get sanitary towels? Kids miss school. I'm telling you, these stories are heartbreaking. Like, you get kids anakanyumbani siku tatu siku nne just because of something as simple as a pad. And that's 60 bob. It's freaking 60 bob. And we can't afford that for those kids. So it broke my heart so bad. I was like, you know what? For as long as I'm breathing and as long as I can, I will give pads to as many girls as I can access. And I mean as many girls as I can access. So right now I have Kembio slums. I picked up Kayole slums 2 weeks ago. I'm launching in Deya. Deya is in Limuru. It's a place where we have very needy girls, and I'm hoping to go to Machakos in Feb. By the end of the year, I want to have gone to every single county in the country because girls are getting molested. We don't only give them pads, by the way, we give them mentorship, we give them sex education, and we actually advise them on cleanliness, on knowing yourself, self-love. We have a counselor, we have a therapist, we have a life coach. We have so many people who come with me, and all are women, because when you go with a man, the girls withdraw back.
Okay.
Some of them have been raped, they've been molested, so they genuinely fear men.
All right.
So so it's a women panel. So we do this every single month, and I have a feeling by the end of March you're gonna be booked every single month, which is a good thing. And then April we do the clothes drive. We give them clothes, we give them shoes, yeah, things like that. It's the boy. I know people think we favor the girl child, and I know that, but I'm telling you, and I'm not playing. The things that girls go through is 10 times worse than what men go through. And I'm not saying men don't go through things. They go through things. And trust me, I have tried to work with men. I have a mentorship program that actually targets men.
Nice.
Men, mostly men. My mentorship, my mental health program, I only have maybe 3 women. We do it with Bravin Yuri. People know him from Twitter. Our people, the people we help are men, campus men. Like, we help men on that. But no, this one for pads, trust me, it comes from a place where I have sisters, I have daughters, and I have a 12-year-old who tells you she slept with a 33-year-old man for 60 bob. That's something we have to fix. And I'm not asking the government to fix it. I asked once. They said they don't have funds. I told them I will never ever ask again.
Interesting.
I said, I am going to do it. I'm going to do it myself. I'll never ask anybody to do it. I'm going to do it myself.
And I think a lot of girls are watching this morning, and a lot of boys are watching this morning. I hope the boys have picked that boy child, munasumbua kidogo. So if we can be cooperative, because they keep saying boy child, ameachwa nyuma. But I think it's important because gender equity can only be achieved if we include these boys, but only if they cooperate. Ama vipi? Yeah, so so I'm really glad that we had this discussion today. And like we say it as it is. Actually, Annitah, I think you talk as you write. It's the same way you sound on your social and so we are literally feeling how you write, yeah? And I know we want to wrap up this, but I do know that people can reach you on is it the 0710 for the parts drive?
0710. Yes.
You can help me.
0710. All right. It's 0710 375 399.
And your social media platforms as well?
Yes. All the same name, Annitah Raey, on every single platform.
So, Annitah, are you going to come back this time in studio? Are we going to keep in touch, keep talking about these things, get to talk about gender issues? Are you planning, or if we invite you back on WCW, are you letting the audience know that you will honor the invitation the next time?
I am pledging. Next time you invite me, I'm going to be in studio. It's a pledge.
Thank you so much, Annitah Raey, for being here. Thank you for joining us. And I'm so glad that we have said it as it is, and the word is out there, that you can have friendships and keep it as friendships.
Oh, yes.
Thank you thank you so much, Annitah. Have a lovely, lovely day.
And you too, have an amazing one.
Bye.